squats just to get you warmed up. So we're going to lean forward, stretch that front calf, squeeze in that glute, and then come back up. Put your feet down in the same spot. That way, each time you are kind of doing the same distance from the mat or from the. Ooh, that's a rainstorm out there.
Is it going to rain all day?
Again.
All right, so here we go. Good, pushing into that front leg and get that whole foot up on the mat or on the
Too far away.
yeah. Excellent. Nice. And the back leg's gonna stay straight.
Okay.
And the back leg is the butt muscle that's squeezing.
Okay.
So we're gonna squeeze the right glutes and then push the knee forward far enough that you feel the calves stretch out. Keep this knee straight. Were you aware of any muscles this morning, or was there any tightnesses or
No,
discomfort?
I kept looking for it. So a little fatigue
Okay.
in these muscles, but no discomfort.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. Put the back knee straight. Left glute squeeze. Oh, man, you squeezed your glute really hard there.
Yeah, watch your roof tiles.
Have a little bit of a lightning storm here, and nice. And try to focus on feeling that same stretch in the calf. That will actually kind of give you some feedback on how much weight you're putting forward. Make sure that's equal on each side. Excellent. Initial
So I'm not
feelings,
feeling any stretch in my calf.
then kind of push
Go
into
further.
it further. Yep.
I'm feeling it in my quad.
Good.
I'm feeling tenderness here when I straighten my leg.
On
And you
both
told-
sides?
No, just this side.
Okay.
And you told me that that's related to.
Yeah, that's the IT band and the hamstring kind of track into there. So lift your breastplate up, squeeze glute here, and then really kind of load up. There you go. There you go. Nice. And you can actually use that hand to kind of
Okay,
push you
good,
forward
good.
almost.
Yeah.
You can use it as a little bit of balance too.
Great.
Nice. There you go. And getting this butt to the back of your calf is actually your objective. Woo! Good rainstorm going now.
Wow, it just came up.
Excellent. Pushing in. Kind of think of that left butt trying to touch the left heel. That's see how that front heel's lifting a little?
Oh,
Try to.
keep it straight.
You,
Keep it
yeah,
flat.
you were actually, if you felt, I'm okay with it, just let me see you do that same, see like excellent, just start, go push into it. See how far you can push forward before that heel starts to lift. While keeping that back leg straight and the back glute squeeze and the trunk up. Then if the heel lifts, then that's okay. Because you want all the other boxes to be checked versus one right into that heel lift and not having the other areas doing
And I'm still having trouble straightening that left leg,
Yeah.
so let me.
And that's part of kind of some of the imbalances we've been working on
Yeah.
with your left glute and pelvis. Nice. That back leg straight and squeezing the right glute. Good. I love the range on that front leg. Excellent. How'd you respond to that?
Much better.
Yay. Nice range. Ooh, great. great effort.
Did you see my left leg?
Yeah, it was
Like,
quicker.
ah!
That's great. And we were really pushing into it. I feel like each one you're getting a little bit more comfortable with the movement. So now straighten the press. There you go. Excellent.
Breath tissue.
Yeah, and I think I was telling you the other day when I was doing these, I felt like just like my hernia mesh felt like I was getting into some tissue that hadn't been stretched that deeply in a while. And because you're holding the contraction, it's a stretch, but it's a stretch while you're strengthening the muscle tissue. So it's not a static, passive stretch. It's more of a active, dynamic stretch.
And I'm squeezing so hard, it's interesting, I have good balance, but I feel wobbly because I'm so focused on squeezing those muscles.
Hey, good job. Nice. Do you feel like you're getting deeper into the...
Yes, because this is hurting, oh not hurting, but it's less discomfort and it's easier to straighten.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, and the repetition of this is great because we're getting...
I mean, look, I'm coming way over now with my heel flat. So my goal is to touch the grass with my knee.
Wow. Be Stretch Armstrong then. Nice range.
So this far, my heel's off like a finger, but everything else is working.
Very good. Nice. So we're doing the split squat to kind of warm all the hip flexors up, the quads, the glutes, the core, the calves, getting a lot of different muscle groups recruited here, lengthening and strengthening at the same time. So putting a lot of these muscles into their weaker range, but asking them to produce force and stabilize the joints. Nicely done.
Okay, so this angle, I'm not going over as far.
No,
Okay.
that's fine. It's, but you're still going further
Yes.
than when you started.
Yes, yes, I am, and the leg is straighter.
Perfect.
There we go. That's what I wanted to do.
Excellent.
I wanted to be in control of that. Okay.
All right, let's practice activating the glutes from that angle again. I want to practice just, really integrating the butt muscles. So these are the ones where we're going to be standing here. Actually, let's go less of an angle. So let's stand there first. Good, actually. All right, so now we're going to sit down as low as you can into a squat. Excellent. And again, this is going to be awkward and make you feel like you're falling backwards. Try to not lean as far forward with the trunk, and then don't go as deep into the movement. So I'd rather you focus more on keeping the trunk upright while you're really squeezing the butt muscles to kind of maintain the neutral spine versus flexing forward at the trunk.
Okay.
So we're kind of keeping your trunk upright, and then the glutes are squeezing to kind of stabilize your pelvis. Ooh, that's okay.
I know I didn't want to do that. All right.
And then we have the heels down lower than the toes, so we're getting a stretch on the calf muscles. Nice. And maintaining that upright position through the spine because of she's a little hyperkyphotic through the thoracic spine. We want to maintain that upwards up, like that trunk being more elevated versus rounded. Nice.
I'm pulsing, is that okay?
That's fine, as long as you feel your butt muscles working.
Yeah.
Woo! You're working your butt muscles now.
I'm sorry, I watered my plants this morning, that's why it's...
No, thank you
that's
for
why
watering
it's
your
raining.
plants. We'll take turns. I'll water my plants next week.
Okay, good.
Then we can save water.
Then it'll rain again.
Yep, we just need to coordinate our watering cycle. I'm going to add a little glute medius activation here. So I want you to just step down or put that around your knees. And I'm going to widen your stance just a smidgen here. All right, so we have the little blocks for the decline, and now we're putting the strap around Vivian's knees. So now this is going to force the knees inwards, and she's going to have to use her glute medii.
Wow, they start working even at this teeny angle.
Nice. All right, so this is kind of really activating glute medius and glute maximus, and glute minimus, and the Pomeranian muscle.
I was going to say.
Just kidding, there's no Pomeranian muscle.
The whole team is out.
Good, and we're making sure the knees are not collapsing in, so the glute med's working.
Am I going down far enough?
Again, I want you to focus just on feeling your butt muscles working.
Okay.
You know what's cool here is your pelvis is absolutely neutral during this.
Oh, great.
So this is kind of a good way to see, is her pelvis going up, going down. Now in the past, because of her, she has originally started with me, she had right hip replacement surgery and she was getting a lot of hip hiking on the right hip. We balanced that out, but she's been having hip symptoms on the left, so actually her left hip has been elevated. So being able to find neutral pelvis during this squat movement is what we've really been trying for over the last few weeks. Nice. Great work. So by putting her heels down below her toes, we're getting a nice active stretch in the calf. The physics of the movement are making her fall backwards, so she's having to kind of engage her glutes and kind of balance precariously in that like backward, like to prevent that backward movement.
It feels easier with the band on.
Excellent, good feedback. So easier with the band on, more muscles are engaging without your brain having to kind of consciously tell them to work. Now you're kind of subconsciously recruiting them. So you can focus more on balancing and just getting a little bit lower in the movement versus pushing the knees apart without anything pulling them inwards. So oftentimes just adding a little extra stimuli to the muscles will send signals to the brain that, hey, there's something pulling or push or active, or basically pushing in the opposite movement of the muscle. So if the muscle is relaxed, then you would have to tell it to work. But with the band pulling against those relaxed muscles, your brain's like, no, you don't need to be relaxed right now. Oh, that was close. Or not. Just kidding.
Yeah. So what is it, seconds from between lightning and thunder?
Like every second is a 7 miles, I think. Let's go. Last one.
All right.
Excellent. All right, we'll step on down. We've done enough legs. Let's get into some upper body now to get the shoulders and the back and all the other fun upper body muscles working. And we can also get some hip flexors too. So I'm going to set up a little bit of a pull-up situation here. All right, so what we're going to do here, we're going to hold on tight with your arms, and we're going to lower your body down so that all your weight is on your arms. So if I'm moving my feet because I'm not putting weight through it, now we're going to kick your leg up, and then pull yourself back. So we're gonna spend a little time working the upper body, but still stimulating the hip flexors to do a little bit more active engagement at the bottom of the movement. Good. So core is strong, excellent. Lats are engaged, and then pulling yourself back up. So we'll kick each leg out. So we'll go left leg, right leg, and then we'll come back up out of the movement. And again, this is more of your upper body, your lats, your arms, your shoulders are working to pull the weight off of your feet. Good, spine looks great. Your core is engaged. Try to keep your legs straight as possible as you bring it up. And as you bring it up, you're going to want to tuck your hip under. You're not doing it, but just kind of fight that, that rounding through the pelvis or that posterior pelvic tilt. Remember, posterior pelvic tilt is hamstrings and abs. Anterior pelvic tilt is lower back and hip flexors. But we want neutral pelvic tilt, which is a little bit of all of them.
So am I neutral now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So now keep your core engaged. Good. And see how for a second you wanted to round a little bit through your lower back? That's because when the abs engage, their opposing muscles are the lower back muscles. So abs do trunk flexion, lower back does trunk extension. So abs don't just do pelvic tilt, they also, pelvic posterior tilt, they also do pull the trunk or the spine towards the ground in an anterior direction. Nice. Does the left side feel any different than the right side when you're kicking the leg up?
Does it look different?
No. Just
No.
does it feel different? I guess I should
No, it
ask.
doesn't. Good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. My left shin is tender.
Okay.
So I guess the shin is a bone, so it's not my shin, but the nerves are the muscles running down the front of my left shin.
In this position, lift your left toes. Yeah, like that. Does that make it go away? Intensify it? Decrease it? No change?
Decrease it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Potentially that tibialis muscle when you're lifting the leg is having to recruit to pull the lower leg up a little bit. And that might be what you're feeling. Great work.
And I'm going to do it more slowly. I might have been doing it too fast.
Yeah, and potentially some of that rounding in the pelvis, you might be fighting,
Yeah.
and that could be causing some neurological symptoms. Again, neurological symptoms are very, it's a very fine line of either pinching on the nerve or taking the nerve out of that pinch. So just a little shift in anything can cause a little aggravation of that. So anytime you do have those symptoms, it's always good to let me know. So that way I can just make sure that we're engaging the right muscles, because I can watch the form and see everything looks good, looks anatomically sound. But sometimes muscles are deceiving, that muscles that should be working to maintain that position are not.
2 more and then I'd like a little break.
Ooh, a little break, that's fine. You deserve it. What is getting tired?
Pretty general.
Cool, general fatigue, I like it. That means all the muscles are working, and that is part of the idea of functional training, is getting all of your muscles working together as a unit to prepare you for whatever life throws at you. Excellent.
I'll grab a sip of water.
Woo-hoo, nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good feeling, but they were all saying, Chris, We need to take 5.
I need to take a break. And muscle recovery is part of the strengthening process. Getting some oxygen back in the blood, or into the muscles, letting the muscles relax, and then getting them right back into working again. All right, let's do some hip flexion with some chest, shoulders, triceps. So we're gonna bend your elbows, we're gonna bring your knee forward, try to extend it out, and then bring it back. So bend, straighten. Now watch my pelvis. When I bring it here, I'm not tucking under, okay? So you gotta maintain that neutral lordotic curve in your spine, keeping the pelvis engaged. You can squeeze your butt and keep your core. That'll kind of help. Now squeezing your butt's gonna make it feel like you're fighting hip flexion because the butt does this. So we're doing hip flexion, so the butt has to stay recruited, but relax enough to allow the hip flexor to bring the knee forward.
Okay.
And then here, then we're gonna extend. Now, again, gotta watch that you don't do that. So you gotta keep and even if you don't straighten it all the way, just extending it a little bit. And then back to neutral. And then neutral is shoulders to ankle,
Okay.
nice and straight. Perfect. Good, so lower yourself a little bit more, get the strong upper body working. Excellent. Heck yeah. Great form. Wow, that was perfect.
Oh, good.
Heck yeah. Yeah, girl. So this is great motor control over the muscles that round or that have the pelvis going anterior or posterior. So maintaining that neutral position while the limbs are doing other things takes a lot of coordination, dexterity, awareness of your body position. Is everything responding okay to this?
Yeah, it's interesting. So the nerves on the left side are awake. It's more kind of soreness from the front of my shin all the way to my.
Okay. Let's do a little stretching of your hamstrings. Potentially the hamstrings are a little bit dominant right now.
Yeah.
Let's do a deadlift movement with a wider stance with your feet. Yeah, that looks good. And then we get kind of like what we were doing yesterday where we're kind of sticking the butt back and then dropping. Yay. Good. Let's do a few of those. Let's kind of massage some of the back muscles, the glute muscles, the hamstring muscles, massaging the kind of stretching the muscles out, taking some of that tension off the nerves, and let's see how you respond to that. If the symptoms decrease.
Over here.
Nice.
You have the... Hello, good sir.
Hola,
Is that-
¿cómo está?
Bien, bien, ¿y usted?
¿Y tú?
Yeah.
You gotta work on that. And you?
That's good.
Have those symptoms settled down a little bit?
Yeah, so I don't feel anything on so the nerves on the tibialis I don't feel.
Do you feel a good deep stretch in the hamstrings while you're doing these? The back of the legs?
Let me focus on
Okay,
that.
no problem.
So when I'm this far out, it really pulls here.
Okay, lift the chest a little bit. And that was perfect. I'm glad you felt that backwards. Lift the chest, lift the chest, lift the chest.
And then when I come up, it's pulling on the groin muscles that are tight.
Okay, let's mix it up. I want you to do a squat. However you want to squat, as deep as you can get.
I need to just sit here for a minute.
Good, then come on back up. Good, now one thing I noticed there, you, when you came down, you went over here. Which-
Instead of going straight down.
Straight shoulders.
Yeah. Straight down.
Try to keep your hands moving straight down versus out to one side.
That's what I call it. It's called protection, Zach. That's because we're on the same line.
Nice, love the back. Good. Keep maintaining that that breastplate lifted as you're getting lower.
Okay.
Nice. There you go. Ooh, I love the eyes on the horizon. Good. Very good.
Oh my gosh, yeah, much better. Much better.
Is that settling some of those areas down?
Sure is, yeah.
There you go. Good. It's like you're fighting wanting to go to the
Yeah.
center, but you did it. That was great. Oh yeah, your neck is,
Yeah,
you're
that's
trying to
a lot,
keep your head up.
But it helps for me to be straight to look up. Yeah.
Let's actually go on the wall real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
And let's stimulate some of the neck muscles and the posterior muscles of the spine.
Oh my gosh.
Your head went back.
Yeah.
You got taller.
I got taller.
It's one of the side effects of correcting your posture.
Yeah. And everything is touching that's supposed to. Whoa.
Straps are all in the way. There we go. Now the other way.
Oh, Toledo.
All right, so now keep your head against the wall
Yes.
and walk your feet and your butt and your shoulders off the wall. So still maintaining the neutral position of the posture. Good. Drop your shoulders down. Bring your chin up a little bit. Good. Now we're working all the erector spinae of the cervical spine and the thoracic spine and the lumbar spine. Basically all the muscles in the back of your body are having to kind of recruit, but most of the muscles in the traps are, in the neck are working and the traps are disengaged. Good. Perfect. Nice. All right, so walk back. Now what I want you to do is we're gonna start the same position, everything's against the wall, but imagine your head is in the center of a clock and you are looking at 12, and I want you to rotate to about 2 o'clock. Perfect. So now keep your eyes on 2, keep your chin on 2, push back into the wall, and then walk everything out. Nice. Good job. So now we're working more the lateral and posterior, or posterior lateral, fancy physical therapy terminology. Good, then we'll walk it back. Excellent.
And I feel it differently on my back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So a lot of the neck muscles start way down in between your shoulder blades.
That's where I felt it, yeah.
Perfect. And with your thoracic kyphosis, a lot of those muscles may be working from a kind of a stretch position or a inefficient position. So now let's go butt against the wall, shoulders against the wall, drop your shoulder blades away from the ears. Good. Now we're going to rotate your head from 12 o'clock to about 10 o'clock. Good. And then we're going to walk everything off the wall except for the head. Excellent. Come back up. Restart. So as soon as you engaged, you went from here to here. You kind of
okay.
self-rotated.
Okay, no.
So keep your eyes in this direction. Perfect. Good. Now as you're coming off, try to maintain. Good. So now we have the head rotated a little bit and everything's coming off the wall. And you may notice one of these sides is a little weaker than the other. And that is common to have more an imbalance from left to right.
That's probably why I shifted my head.
Yep.
Yeah.
You went to your safe, strong
Yeah.
position versus your weak, vulnerable position. Good. Come on up. All right. Now we'll reset it back to center. So we'll just do.
1 second.
No problem.
So it's interesting, on the left, towards the end, I started to feel discomfort in the middle of my left glute.
And again, you have your erector spinae, comes all the way from here, all the way up. So if there's any imbalances, overuse, underuse, compensations, that's gonna show up anywhere along the spine. All right, so head back, shoulders down, and then we'll walk your feet, your hips, and your shoulders off the wall. Awesome. Yeah, and if you look at phones all day long or look down at phones, this is one of the best exercises you can do to keep that imbalance from getting to the point where your neck is always in pain. All right, walk it back. Excellent. Now we'll walk forward, and then let's go back to the squats again. Actually, let's do this. Let's do squats with the band.
Good.
And we're going to add some other dynamics to the equation. Let's add, see, this is 15. I'm just going to hold a 10-pound weight at about chest level, just to add a little bit more weight to the spine. Perfect. Good. So now having the extra weight is going to load up the spine, load up the hips, activate more muscles. Good. Initial feelings with this?
Good, it's interesting. So I feel the tension on my left side, but no discomfort.
Good.
Yeah.
So let's kind of do a anterior so we can watch. Nice. So the left knee's at the top, it's starting to buckle in just a little bit.
Okay.
So potentially you have a little bit of glute deactivation, which is, definitely something we've been working on. Nice.
What was it that Sean said? That if my hip flexor is pulling too hard, my left glute turns on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because you're going into hip flexion in this movement. So again, we have hip flexion, which is hip flexors, and we have hip extension, which is glutes. So as soon as you go into hip flexion, which is a squat, the glutes can kind of relax, but we can consciously ask the glutes to do more work. Again, we have the subconscious recruitment patterns of muscles, then we have the conscious ability to turn those muscles on. So voluntarily engaging the glutes, consciously telling the glutes to work, is kind of overriding that brain software telling you relax that muscle while you're doing hip flexion. Because you're kind of fighting. Because you're kind of fighting your own physics. Good morning. Nice. And I'm looking also at your pelvis, which is super neutral.
Oh, great.
That is great. There's no hip hiking. Now, one thing I am noticing, this is not hips or knees, but your arm is in on the left.
Oh my gosh, yeah, arm on the right is out.
Yep. So maybe, so start there, now bring them back so they kind of meet. There you go, kind of midway point. Okay. That looks good. Yeah, excellent. Excellent. Good, knees are tracking great. Awesome. Hips are looking good. Ooh, you started to shift right and then went right back to center.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you self-corrected. That was great. Awesome form. Nice, let's go 3 more. 3. Ooh. Is there anything getting tired?
Not unusually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, on this next one, hold it at the bottom. We're gonna challenge you a little bit.
All right.
And then I want you to bring your arms forward and up, do bicep curls. So while maintaining glute contraction, quads are working. Excellent. Heck yeah. Ooh, the guns are looking good. Biceps are popping.
My abs are kicking in.
Ooh. Knees are maintaining their ability to stay straight. Nice. What's getting tired? Legs, arms, shins? Both shins?
Both shins.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go 3 more. 3, 2.
And
Oh,
now quads.
there's the grimace. Heck yeah. Let's keep that arm.
Okay.
We're gonna just do some. Let's do some agility
Okay,
stuff.
great.
Let's keep the legs straight. We're just gonna walk to the side of the mat, and back and forth. Keeping the knees straight, so it's all gonna be coming from glute medius. Well, most of it. Good. And then another thing you can think about, just keeping your brace, keeping your core engaged the whole time. And now what I'm looking for here is that your pelvis is staying neutral. And your femur, not your pelvis, are bringing the legs out, or the legs are moving out through the femur, not the lifting of the hips. Good. So just the hip socket to pivot into abduction, not having the pelvis hike up with the obliques pulling on the pelvis. We don't want that. And keeping the knees from buckling in, which you are doing. Are you feeling your glutes working? The outside back in here.
Yes, but I'm not squeezing them, so.
Okay. I mean, they're going to have to work. This is one of those ones that, again, we add the resistance so that they have to do, so they have to engage. So we're kind of hacking the software and putting the load on the hardware. So the brain is like, oh, glutes have to work.
It feels even on both sides.
It looks even. That's great feedback. So now let's come back on the mat and bring the knees together. You can stay facing the same way. So facing that way. Same thing now. Knees are straight. This is going to make, because the band's down at the bottom, the glutes are going to have to work a little bit harder.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see what changes, and try not to slingshot that back leg. Excellent. Good. So now we're really challenging glute medius. Nice.
Now I really feel the glutes working.
Glutes are working now. Excellent. So that was a great demonstration on how we just changed where the position of the band is. Gets
So my lever arm is longer.
your lever arm is longer. You are a great student.
I have a good teacher.
Nice. And because you are in a neutral position with your, we were talking about how when the hip flexor turns on, the glutes turn off. Because you're in neutral, both muscles are in their optimal length to not overly compensate or overly do. Now, if you were here and then you were engaging, then the glute, that software would be like, glute doesn't have to work as much. So keeping you in that upright position while getting the glute medius engaged. And the glute medius and the glute max are going to work together on a lot of different movements. So it's not like your glute max is turned off during this. Nice. All right, let's turn and face that way. I just want to do some We're going to use the front foot as an anchor, and I want you to straighten the back leg up like you're doing a stork stance kick up. So we're going to balance on your right leg and then extend the left leg back as far as you can. Excellent. And then we're going to switch. Okay. Nice.
Whoa, I felt that in different places in my leg.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So now we're fighting the resistance of the band in the sagittal plane of movements. For the last exercise, we were working in frontal plane. Nice. So this is going to be more glute max dominant. And Vivian's having to engage her core, her lower back, to maintain that neutral spinal position. Excellent. Great balance too. So
It's got to be really good for this side.
yeah, we're stretching the hip flexors out from a dynamic balancing position. Any symptoms into the shin, into the lower back?
No.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna just add another, kind of change up the physics a little bit.
Okay.
Just kind of hold it about chest level, okay? So now the trunk becomes 10 pounds heavier. This is gonna have the lower back work more, the core has to work more, the glutes have to work more. Excellent. So just by adding a little bit of extra weight, so gravity's pulling down on her spine and her trunk. When we add that extra weight, then we have all the spinal muscles have to work more, the glutes have to work more, the hamstrings have to work more, and this thing between her ears has to work more too. That big old metabolically active broccoli looking
Command
thing.
Central.
I was cutting open broccoli the other day, and broccoli and the brain look identical. Like even the way the insides like branch off, and it's like, it's so weird. Like how like they're twins of each other. And if you eat one, the other one gets stronger and better.
When I was a little girl, my grandmother used to serve calf brain fritters.
Calf brain fritters.
Delicious.
I mean,
I mean, if somebody made them for me now, I would eat them. I am not going to make them.
well, I mean,
You know, for so long, organ meats, liver, calf, tongue, brain, were so cheap at the butchers. You know, so other generations have all these great recipes for really nutritious foods that we don't eat anymore.
there's actually supplement companies that are making pills that have all the ground up organs and just like all the like basically concentrated organ stuff into pills. So you don't have to eat the liver, you eat the pill, which
Too cannibalistic for
yeah. I learned yesterday about choline,
Oh.
which is one of the building blocks of acetylcholine, which is one of our neurotransmitters. And that choline, it's a B vitamin. I think it's B6 or B2, I forget which one. But it's very prevalent in egg yolks. And there's been a trend in the last few years where people are like, well, the egg yolks are the unhealthy part, so they're just using egg whites. But a lot of the nutrition of an egg is in the yolk, and choline being one of those nutrients. And it's responsible for lots of different things in our body, and most people are, especially vegans, are very deficient in choline. So unless you're taking a supplement, eating eggs, full eggs are actually good for replacing or replenishing your choline stores.
And a Cuban comfort food is white Cuban rice, which means it's been cooked with garlic and olive oil. And then a fried egg that's been poached in olive oil.
Oh boy.
On top, sunny side up. And then you cut it up. It's so delicious.
Well, I know what I'm having
so
for lunch.
I love egg yolks. You know, before that market at Movie Co. went out of business, they had a wonderful hamburger. They had
the locale market?
Locale.
Oh man, that place was awesome.
Oh my gosh, they served, it had avocado, bacon, and then a fried egg on top. Like, whoa, it was so delicious.
Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing.
Well, you're doing that kind of with your Reuben at
Oh yeah.
Crumb Factory.
Put an egg on a Reuben and mwah. Doesn't get any better than that. I mean, put an egg on anything.
Oh, I agree.
Put an egg on a cheeseburger. Put an egg on rice. Excellent job, young lady. Let's do some shoulder work.
1 second. The shoulders have been working, Chris.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Let me grab us some water. Noble Crust. Do you know Noble Crust on 4th?
I haven't been there, but I know of it. People
I
seem
haven't
to
been
like
there in
it.
a long time because it seems so far away. They make a kale salad that they serve with fried egg on top.
Oh, well, that makes up for the fact that it has kale in it. I try to like kale. It's just so chewy and so dense and so.
Well, then you shouldn't force yourself to eat it. There are other spinach is
Spinach
just
is
as,
fine.
It's just as healthy for you and it's
I like
soft.
Romaine lettuce too. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I've been getting fresh heads of romaine lettuce, and I've been wrapping everything in romaine lettuce.
Oh, nice.
Shredded chicken, make a little like
Yeah.
taco with a lettuce instead of all the other stuff. All right, so let's hold this position. We're gonna go just kind of keep your toe engaged, or your kind of a little weight through the foot, and then we're gonna practice on your Arnold's.
Okay.
A little bit more weight today. All right. So working on the balance. Perfect. Nice. Now I don't want to see these toes planting too much. So just there for a little bit of support. I want this glute, this leg working a lot, core engaged. Nice. So the movement of the arms is throwing your physics around in different way, positions. So we're having to recruit your core a little bit more. Nice, go 2 and 1. Good, we'll switch it up.
It's interesting. I was digging holes in your mat.
Dig into China. All right. Good job. We want to, again, bring the hands inwards. That way we get that rotational component through the forearms. Makes the shoulders have to work a little bit more. Are your shoulders catching on fire?
My forearms.
Oh, good. All right, come on down. I'm going to give you a little leg weight.
Yeah.
So
I
we
was
can
losing my form.
So we'll go from 8s to 5s. That way we can maintain a little bit of contraction on the muscles for a longer period of time on the deltoids. Remember, we're going to go palms back, palms open.
Okay.
Yep. Then turn them back, turn them open. Nice. Good job. Really squeezing those shoulder blades together, bracing your core. Good. All the weight's on the right leg. Ooh, don't squish your head.
Wait, hold on. I lost my focus here. Okay.
It's hard to balance and do a complex shoulder rotational movement. Nice. Let's go 2 more. 2 and 1. Excellent. All right, so now we're going to do, I want to do a tricep deadlift move. So we're going to just come forward, and then once you're over the trunk, we're going to lift the arms up, squeezing the shoulders together. Good. Really squeeze through the shoulder blades. Excellent. Nice work. Good. Shoulder blades squeezing together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice.
Cramp in the triceps.
Excellent. Yeah, it's just lifting the arms alone in this movement are challenging on the triceps, and then adding the weight. You don't need a lot of weight on this. Good. Really squeeze through here, pinch through here. Good. And you can lift the breastplate up a little bit when you're wanting to kind of fall forward with the weight. Really engage the shoulder blades. Nice.
So I did something wrong and I felt a twinge of pain in my left glute.
Do a squat. Keep your arms down to your side, not out in front of you. That way you have to still maintain the neutral spine in your back versus rounding forward. Let's do a few of those. Squeeze your butt when you come up. And sometimes that glute's gonna disengage with the deadlift movement. Now put your left leg forward, your right leg back. And then I want you to put most of your weight on your left leg. Good. And then I want you to kind of do like a little one-legged squat, just bending your, yep, perfect. And engage your glute and push yourself back up. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt. Good. Let's do a few of those. Good. So, got a little bit of a neurological symptom on that last one, which again, like we talked about earlier, is because the muscles were starting to get a little bit tired from supporting the spine. So we're going to basically reignite those glute muscles a little bit. Have the symptoms subsided?
Yes.
So now let's poke the bear a little bit.
There we go. I lost my balance there.
So let's poke the bear a little bit. So we know what made it twinge before. Let's go back to that movement pattern. But let's be more conscious of engaging the glutes a little bit. Don't go as deep with the movement and really focus on keeping that chest lifted, okay? Perfect, just right there, and then get the arms up. Good, and then squeeze the glutes.
I let it go too soon.
It's okay.
But while I was squeezing, there was no discomfort.
Good. I want to kind of, like I said, we're kind of getting to that position where you're a little vulnerable and making sure all those spinal muscles are working. Embrace your core too. And again, don't want to rotate the pelvis too much. Just kind of sticking the hips back. The butt going back is like your precursor to the movement.
Okay.
Good. And then the arms come up. Nice. Very good. So now let's, no weight, deeper with the pose. So now you can go further forward with the trunk, but get the arms up higher. No, behind you, yep. So same physics, same movement, but more emphasis on all of these muscles working, your glutes engaging, and then your shoulder blades coming together. Very good. Good, get those arms up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Excellent. All right, now I want you to do, we're going to do alternating step-up squats. Okay. Now this is super important that because that left leg is going out in front of you, your hip flexors are working. And again, when the hip flexors engage, what doesn't work? So, yep. So we need to be a little bit more highly emphasizing the glute kind of squeeze while that leg is going forward.
Interesting, on the left side, my shin felt weak.
Mm-hmm.
When I was coming back up on the
Okay.
right.
And that's directly related to the nerve coming out of the lower back not sitting inside you're getting compressed. So by engaging the proper muscles, we're taking that stress off that channel that the nerve's running through. Perfect. Yeah, a lot of this is just finding the positions that you forget to engage those muscles and asking those muscles to work when subconsciously they're normally not working. Good. Great range. Great balance. Great shaking. Shaking is progress. All right, so now let's do functional. Let's put everything together. Let's stand on the end of the mat facing forward. And I want you to walk all the way down to a push-up position and then do a push-up and then walk all the way back up without putting your knees on the ground. We're just going to put everything together, making sure all the muscles are working. Excellent. Then walk it all the way back up. Lift the breastplate up as you're coming up. Awesome. So now we're just asking lots of muscles to do lots of coordinated effort to maintain mobility through all the joints. Man, Juan is in a giggly mood today.
It's such a contagious laugh.
All right, we're going to mix it up a little bit. On this next one, when you're out at push-up position, I want you to squeeze your butt muscle and drop the pelvis towards the ground and lift the breastplate up. Okay? So we're going to kind of do a up dog, or I think it's up dog, yoga pose. So drop the hips, but squeeze the butt. Got to squeeze the butt, got to squeeze the butt, got to squeeze the butt. Nice. Now walk it back up. So what was interesting there, did you feel it was different?
Oh my gosh. When I didn't squeeze my butt, everything started to hurt.
Well, it started to hurt, and here's what I saw.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Very drop. You just like went right into the right hip.
Oh my gosh.
So,
okay.
Engage your glutes here. Really squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them. Here, you don't go as low.
Yeah.
Okay? Because this is a lot of stress on your lower back, but it should be fine if your glutes are stabilizing the pelvis. Good. There you go. Perfect. And you kept it neutral as you went down.
Yeah, nothing hurt.
Good. Now, one of the other things that just to be wary of, when you're starting to come back up, you're still kind of rounded.
Oh, okay.
So maybe bend your knees a little bit.
Okay.
On the way up. That way you can kind of, instead of being way out here, you can kind of pivot your pelvis underneath your center of gravity a little bit better.
Yeah.
So squeeze in the glutes. Excellent. And then, yes, that was great. Let's do 2 more of those because I love the form on everything. I can see your respiration has gone up. So we got lots of oxygen flowing to lots of muscles. Glute squeezing. There you go. Good. Nice. And last one. Superstar. Woo. How are we doing?
Doing great.
All right, another stress test. Take 1 step, rotate, back. Step, rotate.
Rotate
Perfect.
towards front leg.
Towards front leg. Just kind of stress testing in that we want muscles engaging. And also want to see what some of the movement patterns are that might make you hesitate or might make you aware.
So the muscle on the outside of the nerve on the outside of my left leg is going zing, zing, zing.
When you do the rotation. Does it increase on one side compared to the other?
I have no feeling. It does. It's only on the left.
Right, but when you rotate to the left or
let's try
rotate
it.
to the right.
So right now it's kind of just on fire.
Okay. Then the other side. Yeah, I think a lot of this is because of the limitation in the thoracic rotation. Do a couple squats just to reset everything. Nice. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt. Perfect. Nice.
That's helping.
Yeah, the fact that like once we recruit the right muscles, it goes away
Yeah.
and it doesn't linger.
Yeah.
It just means that, and I think, like I said, when you were rotating, you don't have as much of
Yes.
this rotation
Yes.
through here, so you're kind of really torquing
Yeah.
in here. So trying to get that range. So that's part of the process of what Sean's working on you with
Yes.
more of the thoracic rotation. And then also the limited rotation in the pelvis. Because we want the pelvis to be able to rotate on top of the femur.
Yeah.
And then the pelvis to rotate on top of the femur. So if there's any like inhibition in that and you're not getting that rotation through the femur and you're kind of getting more of the pelvis kind of torquing,
Yeah.
it's
And it's
just,
putting more strain.
yeah, so that makes sense. So
Yeah.
the fact that when you do have those symptoms, just doing some squats
Yeah.
to alleviate. Mhm. All right, so any questions?
No, thank you.
Good job.
Great workout.
Sarah.
Thank you, Chris. Hi.
Wonderful.
Good morning.
Yourself.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Good work.
Yes, thank you. Great work.